This is Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 21. Y'all know I don't never know the title, but you know, I be trying to get out as much information as I can. But you know, I fall a little short. Forgive me. I want to start out this episode by saying thank you to each and every new subscriber that I have gotten in the last, I don't know, in the last month or so. Like, you guys have really been growing the channel. Y'all have been joining the family, and y'all have been coming back to watch these reviews, and I am so appreciative to each and every subscriber, to each and every viewer. Even if you haven't subscribed, I just want to let you know that you are definitely appreciated. And I am participating in Vlogmas this month, so you know, just click on my channel and see if I got anything on there that interests you, because your girl is dropping a video each and every day in this month of December. So you know, hey, it's something new, something fun, something flirty for me. So hey, it is what it is. But I just wanted to say thank you. And now we about to jump right into the video. Y'all, they didn't give us no whole bunch this week, but that's okay. We're going to take it anyway, because y'all know it fluctuates. Sometimes they be on the litty side, and then sometimes, you know, the flame be a little dim. But we love them either way, because it's all ratchet. I want to start with Shawn and Destiny. Okay, we start out with Destiny still camping out at her sister's house. Shawn is blowing Brittanys damn phone up, and Destiny said, bitch, you better not answer. So he can't get no answer. He don't know what the hell going on. He's thinking that, you know, she's still somewhere just out in the world doing what the hell she want to do. She probably back on drugs, and then on top of that, she might even be pregnant. So, you know, Shawn is a complete wreck at this point, but he still has to go to work. So he done took his ass to work. He meets up with his co-worker Kobe. I don't think we've ever met Kobe before, but anyway, he said Kobe knows you know, just as much about Destiny as Hector ass does. And Kobe thinks that Destiny is a complete psycho, which, you know, ain't too far-fetched. So, you know, we're not judging you, Kobe. And he's telling, you know, Kobe, look, you know, I'm stressed out. I don't know where the hell Destiny is. I called the sister. The sister says she don't know where Destiny is, but, you know, I kind of feel like they're in cahoots with each other, and she's just not spilling the beans on where her sister is, because, you know, I checked the location on the phone, and it says that she's in, I think they from California or something like that. But yeah, he said, I have a feeling that she is around her sister, and her sister's just not, you know, giving up the information. And so Kobe was like, well, why don't you just check her social media? And he was like, well, you know, I don't think she has a social media. And then of course he puts her name in, and she pops up. She popped up on 2 or 3 different accounts. I believe it was on Facebook. And, you know, Shawn is just completely shocked and appalled, because he said he had no idea that she had a social media. So it says Destiny, but then it has a different last name. But it's still her first name, and it's still her face. And not only is it her face, she's on there with another man. She's kissing some man on the cheek. If y'all have been following the show, y'all know that that's the man that it looks like she's kissing him on the cheek in the picture. And the status on that particular page says that they're engaged. He said he found 3 different pages with 2 different men that she was supposedly engaged to, which would make Shawn the 3rd man. So he's pissed, and he is confused about it. He said at this point he has already spent $45,000 on Destiny's ass, and if she don't show up to this court date, y'all already know, we're in for another $50,000 that he loves to tell us about each and every fucking episode. I'm sick of hearing about this $50,000 bond. But anyway, he said, you know, if she doesn't show up to this court date, that will be $100,000 that he has pretty much invested in this damn girl, and he gets nothing in return. Well, like I told you time and time again, Shawn, we don't give a damn, because each and every person in your circle, from your baby mama to your best friend, have told you Destiny means you no good, and you just don't seem to want to hear that. So you know, however she ends up fucking you with no Vaseline, then that'll just be you with a raw booty hole, because we don't care, because we keep telling you run, Forrest, run, and you won't go nowhere. Brittany is, you know, at her house, laid out on the sofa, just pretty much trying to convince Destiny, like, to just look, at least call this damn man and let him know that you're alive and well, so that he'll quit blowing my phone up, blowing your phone up. And Brittany says, no, dude, I'm not doing it. And I said, okay, it's okay, dude. It's okay, dude. Like, you don't have to. And she was like, well, Shawn keeps blowing my phone up. She said, well, block his ass just like I did. And I said, okay, instead of just answering the phone for this man at least one time, just to say, I'm alive, I'm good, I just needed to get away from your ass, you done stressed me out, leave me alone, I'll contact you when I get ready to contact you. You'd rather just block him and take the risk of him calling the law on you because he's concerned about his $50,000. And so then she had a nerve to get irritated about that, because the sister was like, well, you know, when he talked to me, he told me, you know, about the pregnancy and about this $50,000 bond for the court date or whatnot. She basically said, fuck them $50,000. I could give a shit less. Like, I'm just out here living life. I'm about to do what I want to do. And when I go back to prison, we all know that Shawn will be the first person that I get in contact with, because he takes very good care of me while I'm locked up. I felt like, listen, I clutched my pearls a little bit, because I was like, damn, she was blunt as hell when she said that, but I mean, it was facts at the same time. Like, hell, you just a trick, Shawn, and that's how she looks at you. And I forgot what the sister asked her, but it ended up making Destiny say, like, look, I do love Shawn and I do want to be with Shawn, but I got this whole going back to prison thing on the line, so it's just time for me to have fun, do me, because I'm about to be back on lockdown. Why, y'all? Why? I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about, because I wish y'all could just spend a whole 24 hours a day with me and see, like, my phone literally does not ring until I cut this camera on. So I guess if I cut the camera on and took y'all with me for the whole damn day, my phone would just be off the hook off. Let's move on. So the last thing that it pretty much was saying was Shawn back at work still talking to Kobe's ass and thinking that Destiny and Brittany have some elaborate plan to pretty much not tell him what the hell Destiny got going on. I said, well, damn. They done got Shawn so flustered and confuzzled that he can't even say elaborate. He done said elaborate. It tickled the hell out of me, but we know that I can't about talk either, because if y'all go watch my Vlogmas day 1 video, I couldn't talk either. So Shawn, if nobody's here with you, I'm here with you. Chevelle and Quaylin, they pull up at Quaylin's, I guess it's the big sister house. I know it wasn't the mama's house, but you have both of the sisters there. And so they have cooked him his favorite spaghetti dinner, I guess. Because when he sat down at the table, he was like, all this for me? And they was like, yep, just for you. So it looked like they had spaghetti, fish, corn, and cornbread maybe. I was looking, but I wasn't looking at the same time. But, you know, the way that Quaylin was digging off that plate, I said, he don't look like he probably used to eat nothing when he was in prison, because the food did not look tempting. Like, I definitely did not want to pull up a chair and grab a plate, because the spaghetti was looking real dry. You know, the spaghetti was giving me, I don't know if, you know, I don't know if Quaylin is on some type of keto diet and he just didn't want a bunch of sauce, or if the sister just wasn't offering a whole bunch of sauce. But it just, the spaghetti was not made to my liking. But that was not the star of the scene. The star of the scene was that the big sister wanted to know, why the hell was Quaylin there? Like, what brings you back to Houston, bruh? And he was like, I just came to visit y'all for a little while. And she said, okay, well, where's Chevelle? And he was like, this ain't no Chevelle type of trip. And she said, nah, you ain't just gonna run that past me like that. Like, come on and spill the beans. Why are you really here? And he sat back off of that little dry plate and he said, all right, picture it. Sicily, 1965. I kid. But he did say, alright, it went a little something like this. There was a cheatation in place and she pretty much put me out. She put me out for nothing. And Mama Quavo was looking like, no, don't nobody just get put out for nothing. So you gonna tell us the truth or no? And so then he was like, all right, this is what happened. I was conversing with another female. Chevelle went through my phone and, you know, it is what it is. And so Mama Quavo was like, so was this a real person? And he was like, yeah, what you mean it was a real person? He was like, it was a female that I was getting to know by the name of Chi-Town. We met on social media. We got into some really deep intellectual conversation. I was feeling her, she was feeling me. But then she asked me, did I have a girlfriend? I said yes. She asked me, was I happy in my relationship? I said yes. And it fell back from there. Case closed. So he's thinking in his head that technically he has not cheated. But, you know, doing that kind of conversation, just me personally, I believe that that is a form of cheating, because if somebody can get to you mentally, that is worse than getting to you physically. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely, you know, you have definitely crossed the line when you go out on a date or go out and have sex with another person. But if somebody can connect with you on a mental level, that is like the worst type of cheatation ever, because that means that this person actually has a part of you and they, you know, like you're actually engaged in this person. Like, so you don't even know what they physical talking about, but you're just so attracted to them mentally that it's going to be hard to stay away from this person. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, Quaylon, I don't know if you have faced the facts or not, but you definitely cheated, my guy. Even though you never even touched the girl or laid eyes on her in person. You cheated on Chevelle. So that just is what it is. So at one point, Mama Quavo was like, so which one of y'all cheated? Was it Chevelle or was it you? And I'm just looking at Mama Quavo like, yeah, y'all just would have been all ready for it to be Chevelle, the one that was cheating. But now that Quaylon saying it was him the one that cheated, it's like you just want to sit back and kind of keep eating them dry ass spaghetti noodles that you was eating, because, you know, you thought that your son was so perfect and so this and so that, but, you know, he done got his ass out here caught and busted. Which I think Mama Quavo looked at it like that, but I'm sure, of course, them sisters was happy, because don't ever forget that they tried to hook Quaylon up with their strong face ass friend. So that had got on my nerves with that. After Quaylon did his whole breakdown of the reason that he got his ass put out, the big sister was like, so I mean, basically all I'm hearing is Chevelle, Chevelle, Chevelle. But what I want to know is, what is it that makes Quaylon happy? And this is where shit went to the left. Because Quaylon said, well, I keep hollering Chevelle because that's the person that's been there with me. You know what I'm saying? When I think about happiness, I think about the people that stayed down by my side. I think about the person that put in the visitation, the person that took time out to write letters, the person that took time to receive phone calls, the person that took money out of their pocket to put it in my pocket. Like, when I think about happiness, that's what I think about. And it was at that moment he knew that he fucked up, because his sister stood up, put her finger in his face and said, I know good and damn well you ain't trying to insinuate that we wasn't there for you, or that I wasn't there for you. And Mama Quavo was like, me either. You know what I'm saying? What about the time that I put in? And so they kind of jumped on him. They kind of ganged on him a little bit. And Quaylon was still not letting up. He was not letting them just, you know, say what they was going to say. He was still taking up for Chevelle all day, every day. And I understood both sides of the coin, because after she stood up, he was like, look, you ain't finna keep putting your fingers in my face. I said what I said. And she was like, well, what about everything that we did for you? He was like, who said y'all never did nothing for me? I'm not saying y'all didn't do nothing for me, but what I'm saying is I'm a man of consistency. And when I think about who was consistently there for me, I think about Chevelle. But the sister's argument was, Chevelle has only been in your life for the last 2 years. You've been locked up for 12 years, my dude. So, you know, what do those other 10 years you just delete all that shit? Like, don't none of that shit count? And he was like, no, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I found somebody that's down for me. So, of course, I'm going to keep singing their praises. So, it's no need in you sitting here getting offended. But neither one of them could, you know, they weren't listening to understand. They were just listening to respond. So she didn't get where he was coming from. He didn't understand where she was coming from. So he excused himself from the table. And his blood pressure was so high that he done walked outside, grabbed a shovel that was sitting right there by the front door, and slammed it on the pavement like a strong ass crackhead. And I said, y'all done pissed Quaylon off. So, you know, when the shovel came out, he went from Quaylon, he turned back into Quavo right quick. Because y'all remember Quavo, that was when he was still locked down. So he had turned back into Quavo right quick because he was heated. And, you know, I'm just happy that he didn't take his anger out on, like, any of the furniture or the cars, or, you know, get into any kind of scuffle with his sister or something like that. He just kind of, you know, took the shovel, hit it on the ground, and woosah. That's how he handled that. His sister ended up coming outside, and when she got out there, she actually ended up apologizing to Quaylon. Before we get to this part, I just want to say, I was completely irritated that Mama Quavo did not interject at any point when it got really heated between him and his big sister. I understand that everybody in this room is grown at this point, but as the mama, you should still be able to extinguish sibling fights like that, especially serious ones like that. Now, if y'all get to fussing over something irrelevant, then okay, mama might let y'all go on. If y'all knock each other out, y'all knock each other out. But on a serious matter like that, I feel like she should have interjected. And I don't feel like she should have took either of her children's side, but she should have just made them stop and calm down for a minute. But she reminds me very much of ain't her name Miss Brenda, Michael mama. She reminds me very much of Michael's mama in that instance, where it's like, you see the bullshit, but you don't want to correct it because you're so scared of how your child is going to accept it and how your child might be mad at you or flip on you. So you'll rather just stay out of it, or you'll rather just, you know, take their side than to just say what you need to say. So Mama Quavo irritated the hell up out of me without, by not speaking up. But anyway, fast forwarding back to when the big sister ended up coming out there with Quaylon. When she got out there, she apologized to Quaylon, and she told him, you know what? I apologize. And I did drop the ball when you were locked up. But you got to understand that I was out here in the free world, but I was still struggling. You know what I'm saying? I had a hard time accepting the fact that you were gone because me and you were so close. And my finances wasn't really where I had it like that. So no, I wasn't there for you the whole time financially. I wasn't there for you the whole time mentally. I couldn't accept those phone calls. I didn't come visit you, and I didn't write you the way that I should have. So I'm sorry for that. And Quaylon ended up accepting her apology. I don't know if they're going to pick up from that scene again next week, but I think that was all from them. Y'all, we got Vincent and Amber back. Do y'all remember them? That was, I think that was just last season, but you know, they fell off the scene so quick that I don't know if y'all gonna remember them or not. But anyway, they pick us up with Amber. Amber lets us know that she has still been out and she is actually on the straight and narrow. She has a job at this restaurant called Sidelines, and she is hoping to become a member of management at Sidelines because she's been working there for almost a year now and she really likes it. But it is a really big difference from the $20,000 that she was used to making on a weekly basis from her and her mom when they were, you know, your neighborhood dope dealers. All right, today is the day that her mom is actually getting released from jail. So Amber is planning on picking her mom up and they're actually going out to eat, and she said that this will be their first time out together in 5 years. So of course she's extremely excited about it. Now, when she gets to the location, she has to meet at this little convenience store to pick up her mom. I don't know why she couldn't go directly to the jail. And her mom was not, her mom had to actually be escorted to the little convenience store that they were meeting at, because Amber tells us this story about how one of the ladies that had got released not too long ago, I think it was like 2 weeks prior to, she ended up walking from the jail and somebody ran up on her and stabbed her. So we don't know if that lady is good, bad, or indifferent, but you know, I guess the jail is just taking safety precautions and they ain't want nothing else to happen to nobody, so they take you to a safe point, a safe destination. So she ends up meeting her mom at the convenience store. Of course, when she jumps out the car, they're hugging, they're crying, they're, you know, making up for lost time. They make it to this restaurant where they plan on eating at. And of course, her mom wants to know, like, how you been? You know, you looking good. What you been up to? And she wants to know about Puppy and Vincent. So the first person she asked about is, I think she asked about Vincent. No, she asked about Puppy first. She was like, you know, what's up with you and Puppy? And she was like, you know, me and Puppy, we still good. I think she said Puppy is about to be released or already released. I don't remember. I think she said she's getting ready to be released. And the mama could tell by the look in her eyes, like when she lights up and talking about Puppy, that yes, Puppy is her best friend, but Amber actually has romantic feelings for Puppy. And I mean, I think we all figured that out from day one. Like, you can tell that Amber is definitely, you know, swimming in the lady pond. And that could have everything to do with the fact that she was locked up around women for so long. Or, you know, it could just be something that ended up coming out of her. But either way, we can tell that, you know, you are on that same side of the fence, Amber. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. And you might as well go ahead and feel however you feel about Puppy, because 9 times out of 10, Puppy feel the same way about you. Then her mama asked about Vincent. And she's like, look, the plan that we had concocted is not going to work out, because I haven't talked to Vincent. I don't plan on talking to Vincent. And y'all remember, it was supposed to be Amber, Puppy, and Amber's mom. It was going to be some type of way where Amber was going to be claimed on Vincent's military check, and then Amber would get that money and she was going to share it with her mom and Puppy. That was the initial plan, but now that that has blown up, Amber mom wants to know, well, what the hell are we gonna do? And so that's when Amber lets her know, like, look, I'm on the straight and narrow. I got a job and I actually enjoy it. I don't do too much. I enjoy what I do at work. When I go home, I'm pretty much there. I don't do nothing. I don't go nowhere. I be chilling. But you know, as long as I'm not out here doing nothing illegal and I don't have to watch my back and I ain't got to think about having to go back to jail, then I'm good. So Amber kind of lets us know that she's worried about what the hell her mom might decide to do, because, you know, it was initially her mom that got her started with the whole meth ring in the first place. So she's just hoping that her mom is going to stay on the straight and narrow, and then hopefully Puppy will get out and fall in suit as well. And so that was about it for Vincent and Amber. Michael and Sarah. All right, we got Sarah at her house, and it's the day of court, so she's up, she's dressed, she's ready to go. We got Malcolm ass in the kitchen. He making her some coffee and he cooking bacon. Sarah says that she's not hungry, but you know, just save her bacon for when she come out of court. And before she leaves, Malcolm wants to know if she thinks that Michael is trying to step up and do what he needs to do for these kids because he is now in Sarah's life and, you know, essentially in the kids' life as well. And y'all know I instantly got pissed. I got pissed because there you go. There you go. Insert yourself in some shit that has nothing to do with you, Malcolm. I don't know why you want to, I don't know why this is Sarah and this is Michael, and you just want to be in the middle. You want to be in the middle of that shit so bad. And neither one of these people are trying to insert you in the middle. Just stop it, bruh. Stop. I told you last week, if you kept up with that, you was going to be on my shit list. So just know that you played yourself. You are officially on my shit list, Malcolm. I tried to like you, but the thirst is so real with you that I can't. They pan to a scene where Sarah is walking out of the courtroom and you know, nobody should have to guess. Michael's ass did not show up. So she called him 50 million times. There was no answer. I believe she was insinuating that the judge even tried to call him and he didn't answer for the damn judge. So production ends up going over to his hotel room and knocking on the door, and he answered the damn door. So of course they're like, bruh, what the fuck? And he's like, look, I overslept. You know, I overslept. I set my phone alarm. I set Haley's phone alarm. And I just didn't get up. Like, and at this point, I just feel crushed. They scan the room and it's beer cans and all other kind of shit all around the room. So, of course, him and Haley had one of those drunken nights. Let's hope to God that she ain't the next baby mama. But, you know, he didn't make it over to the courtroom. So then it goes back to Sarah's house and she's trying to give him one last call. He ends up answering the phone. And she's like, dude, why didn't you show up? And he was like, I overslept. And she was like, oh, okay. And when they put her in the confessional, she said, you know, that just sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. It sounds like drinking. It sounds like partying. And it sounds like hoes, if you ask me. Which, you know, essentially Sarah was right. But Michael did not want to talk about it. He didn't want to have nothing to say about it over the phone. He said, look, I'm on my way over there. And he hung up and he's on his way to Sarah's house. And that is the cliffhanger that they left us on for next week. Last but not least, we have Brittany and Marcelino. We did not see Marcelino in this particular episode because Brittany was we did not see Marcelino this particular episode because this episode is all about Brittany and her mom. So Brittany jumps in the van and she is on her way to her mom's house. Her mom is staying at the Desert Moon Motel, which is a very traumatic place for Brittany because she said between the ages of 12 and 14 is where Brittany was dealing with this older man that had her, you know, drugged out, sexed out, and doing all kind of explicit things at this particular place, at the Desert Moon Motel. So just heading to that location took her back to a place where she did not want to be. And she said that this was also the place where she conceived both of her her first 2 children. So you know, it was just a very, very traumatic moment for Brittany. But anyway, she makes it over there to the place, and of course she asked her mom, like, you know, why are you even here? Her mom says that she had to go to the Desert Moon motel because it's the only place that she can afford at the moment. And as she's asking her mom this question, she says she could not help but notice that her mom is about 30 to 40 pounds smaller than the last time we seen her. And y'all, that was definitely the first thing that I noticed when I saw her. I said, well, damn, like, Kanye's workout plan? It's not. It was drugs. She brings her mom some groceries, and she really just wants to know, like, what is it gonna take? What can I do to help you? And her mom had a complete breakdown, and she said, I just need you to help me. I feel very alone. I feel like nobody, you know, is helping me. Nobody wants to help me, and I just need somebody to care. It's pretty much what her mom was saying. She just wants to know that somebody loves her and cares for her. And she says that she keeps becoming triggered. And Brittany was like, well, is it me? Is it me and my family? Like, you can be honest with me and let me know. Am I the one that is triggering you to keep doing whatever you're doing? Whatever abuse that you're doing to yourself, am I the cause of that? And her mom was like, no, of course not. Like, I don't even know why you would think that. And she said, okay, well, if that's not the case, then I'm ready and I'm willing to help you. She said, but I will have to request that you come off the pills. And her mom kind of gave her this look like, bro, you know I can't get off the pills. And she was like, well, yeah, that is the only way that I'm going to be willing to help you, because even though you're not doing heroin physically, you're doing synthetic heroin in those pills that you're taking. So if you want my help, you got to come off the pills completely. And so her mom agreed to it. She was like, okay, fine. And she said, and the last thing that I need for you is to go to recovery therapy and the meetings. And if I have to come out of my house, and if I have to, you know, leave my kids at home every day to come and get you, take you there and bring you back, then I will. As long as you're willing to help yourself, then I'll be the one that's willing to help you. I'll put that on the line for you. And her mom agreed to it. Brittany says that, you know, she really feels like she's setting herself up for heartbreak, but all in all, like, that's her mom. She's always gonna love her mom. That's the person that gave birth to her. So essentially, she's never gonna stop trying to help her mom get to a healthy place. And that was all we got from Brittany and her mom. And then last but not least, y'all, we got Shawn and Lacey. They didn't give us too much this week either. I told y'all it wasn't a whole bunch this week, but you know, we love them anyway. So you got Lacey in the house with the kids. They doing whatever the hell they do. And then you got Shawn and his homeboy Joe in the backyard. Now y'all remember Joe from previous episodes. That is Shawn's friend who he was locked up with. And I think that was the best man in their wedding. So Joe came to visit. He like, you know, damn, you know what's been up, bro? He come bearing gifts. He's got beer. And Shawn is like, oh no, you know, ever since that last time when I got drunk and I cheated on Lacey, like, bruh, I don't even drink no more. And so Joe was like, oh, well, shit, I'm more for me. And so then Joe is like, well, shit, what's been up with you? Catch me up on life. So he's telling Joe about the pregnancy, about how they lost the twins. And, you know, Joe is very sympathetic to what's going on. And then, you know, he's also just filling Joe in on their finances and what it's like being married. You know, what it's like juggling these kids and the work. And so Joe is like, man, you know what I'm saying? You out here living a big boy life. Like, you know, you on your grown man. And then Joe ends up asking about John. He's like, so, you know, what's up with Lacey and John? And he's like, man, you know, that dude got so much time that I ain't worried about Lacey ever talking to this dude again. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. He was like, but you know, this what Joe tell him. He was like, you know, if that fool do end up coming back around and you need me to handle him, you already know I handle him the way he need to be handled. And so me and Shane was looking like, you ain't even got to do all that, bro. Like, it's okay. We're going to let him and his meth mouth live because, you know, we're good over here. We're a happy family. And, you know, we had our little hurdles in life, but we jumped over it and we're good. But I'm glad to know that I got friends like you with teardrops on their face to, you know what I'm saying? If we need to ice a fool out, then we can ice them out. Tic-tac-toe. That was all, y'all. That was this episode of Love After Lockup. And this is also Vlogmas Day number 5 for your girl. So come back, check me out tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 6. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, but just know I'm going to be here. And that's it. We made it to the end of the vlog already. I feel like I ain't even said nothing. Y'all know I be wanting to talk to y'all. Dang. I'm a little sad. But anyways, be happy, be healthy, be safe. It's your girl P Hope, and I will catch you in the next video. Y'all come back and see me, okay?